Hello everybody, QuayLaFay here. This is a couple attempts in, but I think I'm finally ready to play this game. Um, I decided, let's move the gear shift, instead of doing, I think it was going to be a sixth episode of the Chaos Club profile, which came out a couple months back, as of, as of the one you would finally see this video. I decided to actually just set everything up in this profile and get back into the hardcore world. I have driven a touch because I initially set the things up I thought correctly, and then it turned out I did not set things up correctly at all. But now, everything seems to be in order. So, let's go. Let's drive. Hour and a half away, and the thing expires in like 2.5 hours, so we have time. I don't need to sleep for a bit, do I? No. This is going to be the first time playing the hardcore profile with the steering wheel. Which is a bit riskier because this isn't just the steering wheel, everything's realistic now. I have all the realistic physics set up, all that, the braking, intensity. So we gotta be more careful now. I say as I floor it. Okay, well we missed that. Most of the buttons are the way they were. Yeah. We do have some pros on our side coming from a Peterbilt 579 with about like 370 horsepower to this, which has 350 horse from the factory. And this should have a bit less power because the engine's more worn out in this, because this is a used truck. And we have an extra axle in the back. Not powered, but we still have an extra axle for stability. Downsides, this truck has an extra almost 500,000 miles on top of the Peterbilt, because that profile was not a realistic economy profile. That profile had no mods at all. Only thing it had were the setting up all the physics. And yeah, of course, using a steering wheel instead of the controller. Which I had a couple hurdles in that, but I figured them out. I don't need to floor it too much more. Excuse me. Alright. And cruise control. Also, we should check right now, actually. Alright, we're not gonna touch the steering wheel because we don't want to die. I do want to quickly check, just double check. Let's look at that. We have no debt. We own everything we have, and no one can take anything away from us. We don't owe anyone anything. We are completely independent. The profile is now debt free until I can get approved for a better loan. But as I've learned with the Realistic Economy 3.0 profile, it may not be the best to take those big loans, just with how high the interest rate is, and just how quickly I lost so much money. Which is why I probably just want to keep. I mean, this is a nice truck, and I was just very fortunate to get this truck for the price I did. So I just want to keep putting all the miles on here. Put 5,000 on it so far. We want to give people space, and I don't have a trailer on me, so I can do this. Oh, and then I have an exit. Oh, never mind. It is, unfortunately, it is nighttime, so it's gonna be a bit more difficult to read certain signs, but as long as I'm responsible, we won't get in an accident. I can't afford to get in an accident in this profile. Alright. Yeah, not only have I put so much work, not only can I not afford to replace this truck if I wreck it, or I can't afford to repair it, I also it would be heartbreaking because we're almost 100 episodes deep into this, and if I wreck the truck now, all those hours just go to waste. Where is the X button now? I reset some controls on my steering wheel, like regular horn, air horn, I think, whatever that was. It don't have one though. And the big bad horn. But yeah. I am gonna want to start slowing down. I see it on the GPS, and I see there's an intersection here, which is where I'm turning onto. Slowing down nice and early. Steering's still a little too easy, but that's okay. 15. Speed limit is 37 and a half. Or 40. I'll take it at, well, we have a turn, so. I was about to center my camera, but. See, I'll go 35. And we do have this turn. At least with how light the steering wheel is, it's okay because I can just use one hand to steer. I'll use the other hand as for the cursor to look where I'm going. And we're coming up to our destination now. Or hopefully the job is. Transmission grind again. It does say 30 aren't here. Into cows. Alright, and here we are. Speed limit of 10 miles an hour to here, which we're just going to ignore. Also, we're starting this trip with 475,000 and a half miles. And I see our trailer, which is good. We didn't miss it. Oh, I remember those days. We were going into more obscure area, unfortunately, but that's okay. 30,000 pounds of LPG. 338 a mile, so this drive was worth it. We did use some of our tank, though. And then hopefully we won't have to sleep, we can just do this in one shot. Alright, and steer. I do enjoy having steering wheel for more tight maneuvering. It's just so much easier. It's more natural too. Alright. Stop. I just tried shifting with the keyboard. Still a little used to that. Alright, before we set off, once again, no damage. Because I'm getting paranoid now because I have had the truck for over 5,000 miles. I'm curious to know what will happen when I hit. I'm curious to know when maintenance starts for me. So 3 hours, 150 miles is not bad at all. And we have enough time to get there without sleeping, and I don't need any fuel. Also, nice thing is we are in a single cab still. Bad for realism because I can't sleep in here, but the game acts like I do, which I'm not happy about. But it is good for maneuverability and learning how to drive with the steering wheel. I do find myself just taking things more slowly too. Alright. I do not trust staying in the interior because this profile is so important. You heard the transmission grind on the way out as we floor it. So we won't have that in our next truck. This is still a really nice truck though. Alright, definitely going to be a change in truck physics. Also, we are driving at night, so perception might change a little bit, but we are in a video game. At the end of the day, I'm looking at a screen, so. Wow, it is dark. Do you see headlights over there, but they're far away? Without getting hit by anyone? Cool. And I'm out of their way. Slow down. Okay, well. Speed limit just dropped significantly there. Alright. Give that guy room. Alright, here we go. Who texted me? It is 7:24. I'm gonna text and drive. To the main highway. Just as we're getting up to speed, we are going pretty fast. I think I'm going to try to do another job after this, once I do this. Taking the turn tight here today. This is a tight entrance onto the highway today. I did stop accelerating. Alright, here we go. I do like that I have my paddle shifters to change my directionals. Here we sit for let's see how many miles. Only 100 more miles. We got plenty of fuel, all that. And no truck payment tomorrow, which is great. We will make it easier to save as long as we just keep good fuel economy and we don't have to keep traveling far to get to our jobs. Alright, we do have an exit onto a different highway. I'm going to... Actually, maybe I didn't have to reduce speed, but just to be safe. This is... Alright, although I really did need to slow down for this one. Okay, get back up to speed because I'm on an incline. Alright, and here we go. Alright, I guess I'll date this episode. So iOS 26 came out today, and that's the most my phone's ever struggled with starting up after getting an update I've ever seen with all its indexing, whatever that is. I should want to learn more about that, I guess, because it's a new update, new software, it's figuring out how to use itself. It eventually got very smooth though, and now that my phone's done struggling with life, after the update, it's actually, I'd say, almost smoother than iOS 18. We'll see though. It does depend. Trucks must use right lane. I did turn the AC on. Alright. We are at a 45. We're probably going to go down to a 35. Stay at 45 for now with this brake. Watch downhill speed, of course. Don't want a ticket. Can't afford one. Looks like we're going back up to normal speed. Yep. We should be almost there by now. Though I don't know, but right now this is feeling like a pretty short trip. Good thing we stayed in this lane. Although I might want us to get into the next lane over again. Probably. Yeah, it will. Oh, nope. I was in the right place all along. Without crashing, and we have a 45 mile an hour corner. I'm going to take it at 40. life between dusk and dawn. I think that's what that said. Something around there. I pay attention to the speed signs. I should pay attention to all the signs. I forgot where we were going, which is unfortunate. Do want to keep it going slower through here. I can tell by the bend. Don't know how fast I want us to go. 40. Yep, that makes sense. Checks out. Oh, you didn't have to slow down that much just because you're losing so much speed. Come on. Please. It's too slow. The 250 horsepower is not much in this thing, but it is enough. It is enough though. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot more horsepower than 250. Yeah, that Peterbilt was. I almost shifted out of gear. You might want to get over. I'm just taking a wild guess. We're not too close to this dart in front of us. We are going a little fast though. Okay, cool. I do want to take this exit immediately. No accidents. We do need to slow. I am slamming on my brakes. Okay, good. We didn't crash. Also, we're back at our home garage, so we were going to Los Angeles. Was that the transmission grinding again? It grinds in more gears than I remember it doing. Please don't turn red on us. I don't want you to. It's gonna turn red right when I'm about to go. Oh, or then too. We'll keep the directional off for now. We'll stop short of the line. Just goes. How much farther do we have to go? 3 minutes. I need 3 miles, 14 minutes. Not bad. We could probably sleep at our garage, maybe, possibly, if we want to. I don't want to, though. I do need to get the real estate company's mod in here. Yep. I will say, my phone is dying a lot quicker now that I'm on the new update. It seems to not hold the charge as well. Stay green. I'm almost to 30, and we gotta go to 35. Alright, at this pace actually we might just make this light. As in, it's still red right now, but I was hoping it would turn green by now so you don't have to come to a stop. Cool. And then we go to 40. It is Los Angeles, so we should have a lot of things, I hope. We do have to be in the left lane. There's a car in our way. You know what? They probably saved me from getting a ticket because I probably would have went for it. Just relying on the engine brake completely. And the Drake brake. And then that is the yard we want to go to. Well, that's turned yellow. Are we about to get a green? Please, 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 please. Yes! Go on to this. We want to go in there. Joke's on you, my speedometer is go to 10 miles an hour. I hope there's a job in here. And I don't have to exit this, place. Ooh. Alright. Alright, stop. Enter. What are our attempts right now? As the gate goes up. Cool. We may proceed. High. Much higher than... Well, I mean, I guess that's normal for this truck, but... always makes me uncomfortable. Because I know no other truck runs that hot, but... it's because this is a worn out... No, I don't want to say too worn out, but this is an older truck. Alright, going over the trains. I'll get ran over. Oh, see no one coming. Oh, cool. This thing has good brakes. I will give this that. And we have to park somewhere over there. Alright, because of the nature of this parking situation, I'm definitely going to want to go to the exterior camera. For this one. Alright. And that's where it gets unrealistic, is me using this. It's okay though, because this is going well. We are about to hit that though. We are not going to hit that. We're very close. Closer than I'm comfortable with, but... now we get away from that other trailer. Okay, that was too close for comfort because I don't know what the hitboxes are in this game, but... with these trailers. But we are doing it. Alright. We can pull forward now. one thing I'll say, maybe it's with my wide feet, but these, my one complaint is with this setup is the clutch pedal and brake pedal are just too close. Maybe it is just like that though. Alright. Neutral. Emergency brake. And unload. We didn't lose any money because we didn't hit anything. We gained money. We gained $600. First year. Still. Yeah, cause that's right, because they did update the mods. And now there's an extreme mode. Cool. We have almost 4,000. We'll see what our next job is going to be, and I'll probably just record that immediately. Oh, we have a few choices. Logical one though, 13 hours away, but see, well, I do like the choice, but it's $1,300, almost $4 a mile. I just don't like its location in Kingman, Arizona. I don't know what jobs will be there when I get there, but oh yeah, that's not an option. That's just not an option. I won't reach there in time. That's a bigger trailer. That's just useless. That's far away too. They're all semi-far. They're all kind of a drive, but I can make them all there in time. So might study. I might play the game, but I do want to study. So yeah, one gaming session is enough. One trip is enough for today, and I do gotta set up the other video upload. The last Chaos Club video. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Check this really quick. Yep, no damage. 10-6, 10-5-3. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.